Epilepsy warning right about nowish.
And I've had a seizure.
Oh, wait, when'd you get back?
Oh,
Okay.
I've been here.
Okay, so anyway, Friday...
I've just been watching.
Yeah, Friday the 13th for the NES. Pretty notorious game. Really short demo to title screen loop.
Wow, it just goes.
Right back. Okay, so this screen is really interesting because you see all the copyright stuff, Paramount, Nintendo. Underlying source code, copyright 1988, LJN Toys. That's a really weird way to phrase that, because LJN is a publisher.
Yeah.
This game was made by Atlas.
Atlas?
Yeah, it's a Persona 5 prequel you always wanted.
This is Persona 5 prequel? Wouldn't the Persona 5 prequel be Persona 4?
Yeah, there's a Heyman arc in it right now. Okay, so your only instruction in this is use the torch to light the fireplace. That's garbage, but we'll talk about that when we get to it.
Okay.
So we're out here fighting zombies that are the reanimated corpses of Jason's victims. It says so in the manual.
Did you read the manual?
Yes, I did.
God.
So we don't get a torch to light the fireplaces, we get a lighter.
That's a torch of sorts.
But you'll see why that's garbage later on.
Oh. Pick up the... Okay.
Yeah.
Go into one of the cabins. They're all by the lake! That's so useless!
It's talking about the cabins that are specifically around the road going around the lake.
Okay, fine.
So, you notice that alarm going off? That's the Jason alarm.
The Jason alarm.
A mistake a lot of people try to make is that they try to walk there. You just go into a smaller cabin and change to the character. There he is. There he is in all of his big glory. In his purple tracksuit and baby blue mask, gloves, and boots.
And hands. No, that's just his skin. He's not wearing gloves. He's just blue. Why is he purple? He's dead. You killed him. You win.
Only for now.
For now. So, okay. So this game has been done to death in that people have always shit on it, but I've never seen anybody actually try to beat it.
We're going to see the ending of it. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Even when the AVGN did it, he shit on it, and then he did his whole little bits with Jason running around and blah blah blah. But he never beat it. You know, and
it is a tough game, and it takes a good minute, and especially to figure stuff out. But for right now, we're going to focus on lighting all the fireplaces. There are 7 of them in the larger cabins. If you notice, there are small and large cabins.
Yeah.
The larger ones are the one that has the fireplaces.
What are the small ones? Is that just where Jason be?
That's where Jason can be, but also it's where you can swap out your characters. A character cannot stay in the large cabin.
Okay. So when the Jason alarm goes off, that means he's in one of the cabins beating up a counselor, so you swap to that counselor and fight back against Jason?
Yes, you have about 20 seconds to swap out, or else they'll start taking damage. And if the counter reaches all the way to 0, they die.
So Jason alarm's going off?
Yep, and it's going off right next to us. So I'm going to ignore my own advice and immediately run straight towards there. Thank you, says George.
Saved the little kid.
I saved George without
doing anything.
Hey, remember this machete this time.
He's got a machete!
It doesn't do anything.
Nothing different, it just looks cool.
He has the exact same attack pattern, and he deals the exact same amount of damage. It's just there. The only real difference is that he has slightly less of a tail because his arm is already raised.
Okay. That makes sense, yeah. You have a health potion over there?
What do you think that looks like? You said health potion. What do you think it specifically is?
I think it's a fucking health potion.
When I was younger, I always thought it was like a vial of blood.
Yeah?
Because, I mean, look at it.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah.
It's a vial of blood. It's vitamins.
Wait.
The manual calls them vitamins. You'll notice Jason is in here, and we glitch it out by picking up the note, but his health bar stays there.
Oh.
But he's still in here.
There's a machete hidden in the cave.
If you find those notes, it causes the items to spawn. So you need the notes in order to find the items to get better weapons and such.
Man. AVGN never went into this. Oh, there he is! You found him.
And now he's found an axe.
Nice.
Every single time you fight Jason inside of a building, you have to hit him 7 times in order to make him run away.
Ooh, he hit you.
Yep. He does a ton of damage. Look,
I saw that.
that's like, what, a third or fourth of my life?
Ish, yeah.
And so, if you find him inside buildings, he'll do that. But you notice how the screen stops scrolling there?
Yeah.
Jason's
because
here.
he's... Oh.
Same deal on the roads. If you hit him 7 times, he'll run away. Which is really weird when you think about it. Shouldn't it be you get a chance to run away rather than Jason running away? Because look, there he goes.
You win
So-
for now. I imagine
so
that you win
I
for now is him talking.
I accidentally started following him, which is why the screen stopped moving again, because I was about to fight him again.
Oh, okay, that
Because
kind of makes sense.
Jason does follow an actual path around the map. In fact, he has 2 specific paths. Both of them he goes along so far before he splits off to either going more around the right side of the map or around the left side of the map. And now the Jason alarm is going on now for the children. Jason is killing children.
Well,
This is an NES game where children can get murdered.
God.
Like, no joke.
But he's in. Where is he? Where is he?
Where he is specifically is that he's in the cabin on the lake itself.
So you're taking the lake path. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
You know what?
It's the only way you can get there. And
Never fucking seen this before.
yeah, this part of the game is garbage. Like, because if you go around the lake, you're almost guaranteed to take damage, and you have to go around the lake all the time because Jason will always take a route that takes him to the children's cabin.
Okay.
So you have to go in there and you have to fight them off. If you take too long, the children will start dying. You see, now we have 15 up there, even though we only saw 5 when we came in. But if you let the alarm go off, he'll kill up to 5. And if you lose all 15, then you get a game over.
Okay.
And likewise, if all the camp counselors die, you also get a game over. You actually get 2 different game over screens. The much more famous, you and all your friends are dead,
When your friends
game
are
over.
dead. Yeah.
And there's also, Jason wiped out all the kids, game over.
Wow. That's pretty brutal. You know, I gotta say, none of the movies take place at Camp Crystal Lake while camp is happening, right?
I want to say some of the later ones do. Like, in the last Friday the 13th movie to come out before this was Part 7.
Which, well, okay, Part 7 was him essentially versus Carrie.
Yeah, the psychic child.
Yeah. But, like, there wasn't any kids like...
There was in Part 1, but that wasn't Jason.
Well, okay. Yeah, but no, there were no kids at the camp in Part 1, because in Part 1, it's like a bunch of teenagers showing up to renovate the camp. And the intro is a prologue that shows Jason, or Jason's mother, rather, killing some teenagers, but they're still the counselors.
Right.
You never see her kill any of the actual...
Look at how hyped George is to be murdered.
kids. He's so happy about fucking Jason, man. Oh, this is great. You know, I'm just so happy to be here at the camp.
There's a bit of contention on whether or not Jason kills kids. Like, there are some movies where he will completely ignore actual children and just focus on older teenagers because they're played by 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
But in some movies he does. So, shrug.
I don't know. Mark, you're not looking so good.
Oh, Mark will be fine, don't worry.
And Mark, you're not looking so good because of your terrible hair. I love how 70s his hair looks in that picture up there.
So you notice that the 2 main characters I keep swapping to are Mark and Chrissy.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 best characters in the games because all the characters have different stats.
What?
Yes, Mark and Chrissy are the best ones because they are noticeably faster than everyone else.
That's weird.
And Mark also has a improved stat over everyone else. He's the only one good at this specific thing. He's the fastest rower. He can move the fastest on the lake.
That's so strange.
It is. Like, the stats are running, rowing, jump height, and throw speed.
That's what I was going to say. His attack speed, yeah.
Yeah, Mark has a low attack speed, but he has very high everything else. And
Now he's got a torch, an actual torch.
Yep, and that's why it's garbage, because you get a torch.
So
And-
it says, get a torch, but really what it means is get the lighter, and then later it says you can find a torch.
And on top of that, you also get a flashlight item, which is also called a torch.
They call it a torch in this?
They do not call it a torch, but a flashlight can also be called a torch.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, boy, go into the cabin near the cave. Well, alrighty, whatever you say.
There it is. There's a flashlight.
Oh, God, you know, is it bad that when I saw that, I was like, that's a bazooka. Fuck you, Jason! Boo! That'll solve it.
So the flashlight is what you get for lighting all 7 fireplaces.
And what does the flashlight do? Allow you to go into the cabins?
It lights up
Or the cave, I mean?
Yeah, it lights up the caves. You can go into caves just fine, but there are certain passages that you can only see if you have the flashlight.
Okay.
And here's what's bullshit. You can still go into those passages even if you don't have the flashlight, if you know where they are.
Again, never seen this part of the game
Yeah.
before.
And here's bats.
Fuck no, I
It's
I
okay.
don't fucking do bats.
So the children are starting to kill and getting killed, but we're not going to worry about them right now because time stands still when you're inside of a building such as cave. And so here's Pamela Voorhees.
Yeah, you know, when she attacks in the movie.
Yeah, Jason's mom. Looking like a Castlevania 3 Medusa
That's
head.
what I was gonna say. She looks like the fucking Medusa. Well, see, I remember the ooh, nice fucking Lil Mac dodge there.
It's super hard to dodge Pamela because she spends so much time at the bottom of the screen and she swoops so far.
Yeah.
And she does a lot of damage like her son. And also there's this annoying glitch that I don't know if you noticed, where you'll throw the torch and it'll disappear if she's moving backwards.
Weird.
So we killed her and we got an axe. The axe is a worse weapon than the torch. Like, normally if you beat her, you will get a machete. If you have at least a machete, you'll get the axe instead. So going through the caves, getting the flashlight on the first day, which it tells you to do, isn't a good idea. So let's do that a little bit better.
Okay, let's try again.
So we're going to start over,
Oh, great.
and we're going to do it a little bit smarter. We're going to go into the cave and fight Pamela later on, but for right now, we're not going to worry about it the first day. The prize we get for the first day just isn't good enough.
The axe.
Yeah, the axe is a good weapon. It's the 3rd best weapon, but the problem is that the torch is the 2nd best weapon. And you notice that Jason is already causing trouble.
Well, yeah, I mean that's kind of his deal.
Like, you can turn the game on and it will just be immediate Jason alarm because he doesn't always start in the same spot.
No, George, watch out. No, it doesn't matter. It's just George.
Yeah, George is a terrible character because his only high stat is throwing speed.
Oh, good. Bye, George.
So we're gonna go with Mark,
Naturally.
who looks a lot like the Paul from Part 2.
I was gonna say, just his sprite down at the bottom, he looks like Alice from the first one. He's got the same haircut as her.
So I went crazy checking all of the characters' names, trying to figure out, are these camp counselors actual characters from the series? And I'm going to say, no. No, none of them are. There is a character named Paul here,
Yeah.
but I don't think he was in, I don't think he was either of the Pauls.
There was multiple characters named Paul in that fucking series?
Yes. No, one of them was a major character, and the other one was a bit player.
See, at one point, I knew all the names of the characters from the first movie, but I've forgotten them all.
Mm-hmm.
Except Alice. I'm sure that if I were to watch it again, I'd be able to remember them, but... there's just so many characters throughout these franchises that don't fucking matter.
That just get killed off.
That's slasher movies for you.
They show up, they have 2 scenes, and then they get killed off.
Yeah, they exist to die, you know? Except for, like, the 2 or 3 characters that fucking matter. Oh, you rescued a kid! Thank you!
Also,
Thank you! Like in Wind Waker.
characters kind of warp around if you mess around too much by changing characters when another counselor is in the same cabin.
Okay.
Because there can't be more than 2 counselors in the cabin.
More than 2?
Yeah, the one you're controlling and the one that's in there.
Okay.
So sometimes if you swap characters while another camp counselor is in the same cabin, he'll go with you.
Weird!
It is. Also, camp counselors like to wander around sometimes.
Yeah.
So if you have a certain counselor hanging out by the lake, ready to answer the Jason alarm in case the kids get attacked, sometimes they like to move right before he attacks.
Of course.
Like, I've checked several times, they almost always move like 5 seconds before he attacks. Because there is this set timer for it, and as you play this game more and more, you get a feel for it, which makes it a little bit more bearable.
Yeah, people always shit on this game, but there's more to it
It's a lot.
than people usually let on.
It's a lot more complicated than it seems at first glance, and that's both a benefit and a detriment to it. So right now we're trying to get the torches for as many of the counselors as we can, and in order to do that, We need to light 4 of the fireplaces.
Okay.
We need to pick up the note in the large cabin on the southern part of the lake.
God!
Once we have those 2, we need to come to, I believe, this cabin right here to find another note, which I think should be right next to the door. There it is.
How do you know all this?
You have to play this game a lot of times in order to become good at it.
God!
But it straight up tells you that the torch is by one of the cabins by the lake. It's in the northern cabin, not the one you found the first note in.
What the fuck?
And here's the thing. This torch is kind of glitchy. Sometimes you only need to light 3 fireplaces. Sometimes it shows up if another character lights the fireplaces.
Oh, you found it though.
Got it. The second best weapon in the game. Every single time you hit Jason with it, it deals an entire pip of damage. Also, be careful not to pick up that knife because it will replace the torch and you can't get another one.
Just like Ghosts and Goblins.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you notice?
Oh, but that little flame remains, right?
That it doesn't deal damage.
Oh, okay, never mind. So
But
you were gonna say?
Another problem with the torch that keeps it from being the best weapon is that if you miss with it, you can't throw it until that flame goes away.
Oh, that's obnoxious.
So another famous problem with this game is figuring out if you're going left or right.
Yeah.
So if you're on the map itself, if you're moving left, you're going clockwise. If you're going right, you're going counterclockwise. You have to view it as though you start at the bottom and you just kind of follow a path with your eyes until you figure out which way you're going in order to go the correct direction.
Okay.
The problem with this is that the directions are backwards on the lake. You notice that I was on the right side and I went left to go counterclockwise.
God, I didn't notice, but okay. Jeez.
So now we're going to plant Mark here, just in case the Jason alarm goes off again. And we're going to swap out to Chrissy so we can get her better equipment, basically to level her up.
You're leveling them up! What is this fucking game of grinding?
Shin Megami Tensei 1.5, baby.
God damn!
Okay.
And the only demon is Jason.
And zombies and crows.
Shut up, let me have this.
You haven't even seen the wolves.
Oh my god. I already saw the bats and I didn't like that. Oh, Laura's. You haven't played as her yet.
No. If I remember correctly, Laura is pretty decent. She doesn't have top speed, but she has like a middling speed.
Okay. Movement speed?
Yes, movement
Okay.
speed. Movement speed is the most important stat in this game, bar none.
Okay.
Because you're basically always rushing, trying to get to wherever Jason is attacking or getting to a cabin.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Wow. Why is this game more fascinating than I thought it would be?
I don't know. The thing is that the game is so impenetrable and convoluted and encrypted that it chases you away, but if you can get past it, it's almost a decent game. I wouldn't say it's a good game because there's still a few things that ruin it, but it could have been a cult classic.
You know, now that I'm knowing more about this game, I can see them taking elements from it for the Friday the 13th game that they have now. Like this, that essentially being a continuation of this, but, you know, without the crap. Without the bad parts.
So, the woods are complete bullshit.
Yeah?
They all look completely identical. There's 4 separate wood screens.
Okay.
Okay,
hello!
Yeah, the wolves deal tons of damage. I basically just went through there. I took a specific path so I can end up on the other side.
Uh-huh.
But there are a few cabins in there that you can find weapons in if you find the right notes.
God. Like what? What kind of weapons?
Actually, that's a good segue into talking about the weapons in this game.
Yeah.
So, you start off with the crappy rock. Of course, if you try to throw it when you're standing up, it'll sail right over the zombies' heads. Just,
Right.
whoo!
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. And it takes 3 hits with the rocks to kill a single zombie. And you'll notice that we're getting 3 of them popping out at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a bad time. So, we happen to find Jason just by pure luck.
He's in here somewhere.
Gotta find him.
Where is he at?
But if you kill enough zombies...
There he is!
In order to start finding items, you need to kill a certain number of zombies.
Okay.
You know you've killed enough when the lighter pops up.
Okay.
Because the lighter will pop up after you kill enough zombies. Once you have that, you can start finding items on the map. what you do in order to find the items is that you jump up, and if there's an item in that location, it'll show up. Because the items are all in set locations, it's not random.
Okay.
They might be nudged around a little, like that knife might be like on the right side of that cabin, but there will be a knife there. So if you have a character up in that area, you can go around there, pick up a knife, a key, and a vitamins every single time.
Okay.
So you can see how slow George was.
God, yeah, he's like,
he
fucking nothing.
He literally moves at the same speed as the zombies.
George, get a fucking move on, dude.
But I at least want to give him a knife, so that way he can do a little bit more damage to Jason.
Okay.
Because it takes 5 hits with the rock in order to do 1 pip of damage to Jason.
Jeez. Debbie's pretty fucking slow, too.
She is.
And she doesn't jump very high. Can she even jump over the zombies?
You can just barely jump over the zombies with a low jump stat.
Jeez. She sucks. So, fuck her.
She's one of the stay in the cabins characters.
Yeah.
Just try and fight off Jason. So when you're fighting Jason, you have your... you can throw your weapons, you can move left and right, and something that I didn't know when I was younger that I really would have liked to know, you can dodge by pushing back and pushing left or right at the same time.
So that's that super punch-out dodge you've been doing?
Yes.
That Lil Mac dodge? Yeah, that thing's super nice.
It is vital if you want to get through this game without dying 100 times over.
Yeah.
So I made the mistake of fighting Jason and then immediately leaving, and he was just there. You can't do that because he'll be out there. I mean, you saw him walk out the door. Of course, he's going to be out there.
Oh, so he doesn't just disappear and teleport somewhere else.
No, like I said,
he actually follows a path.
He follows a path. There are 2 separate paths.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Let's see. So with the knife, 4 hits of the knife will do a pip of damage to Jason. It only takes 2 shots to kill the zombies, and it goes in a nice straight line when you throw it.
Yeah, like it should, just like Castlevania.
Oh, there's a Jason alarm for the children, so gotta stop whatever you're doing to go save the children.
Yeah.
Of course, the alarm, it doesn't take down when you're inside, so...
So we can diddle around in here. Okay, so now you've spawned the machete.
There is a machete in the cave somewhere.
Okay. And the machete is the good weapon.
The machete is the next tier past the knife.
Okay.
So 3 hits to Jason, and will kill zombies in 1 hit.
Okay.
You can also get a machete to spawn if you kill 60 zombies.
Alright.
Okay, so Mark decided to wander off. He was in the lower right cabin, now he's in the middle one.
I see that.
So I gotta figure out who's a better character. It's still Mark. So
Between what, Mark and George?
Between Mark and Paul, who is slightly further away, and he's still slow.
You haven't even used Paul yet, have you?
No, he's also a slow character. If I remember correctly, his 1 good stat is jumping. But we got...
Oh, let me guess. Let me take a wild fucking guess why. No, wait. Don't let me do that.
So you notice that we're actually dealing damage to Jason now.
I see that.
Because Jason hates fire.
Even does he? Because
I don't know, because according to Freddy vs. Jason, he hates water.
Even though he lives in the lake,
he hangs out in the lake. In fact, at some point, we're gonna see Jason hanging out in the lake. Look forward to that.
But no, Jason's scared of fucking water.
So
yeah, that movie's kind of dumb. I love it, but it's dumb. Oh no!
So every single time Jason attacks the children, he would go out the right side.
Okay.
He always, but there he had low enough health that he stayed to fight me. So I just bull rushed him.
Oh wow.
I strong-armed Jason.
You beat the shit out of Jason Voorhees.
So now it's day 2. Jason is back and even stronger.
How do you know it's day 2?
Because we killed him.
Because you killed him.
And it's a new day.
Oh wow, okay.
And immediately.
Alright, let's go save them kids.
Well, not a kid, a counselor, but...
Okay. So what does the vitamins do? Is it just restore health?
If you run out of health completely, it will restore health. Alternatively, you can use it to heal another counselor, but it doesn't heal as much.
Okay.
So you notice that Jason will tend to move a lot faster on day 2.
I see that. He's zipping around.
Makes it a lot harder to time your dodges.
Can you imagine playing this game, but it's multiplayer, and you're able to play all 6 people versus Jason? Hey, you know what? You know what I just fucking described? The fucking Friday the 13th game on Steam.
So you notice I'm having trouble even touching Jason at this point.
Yeah, you're not doing any fucking damage to him.
Even with George's high throw speed. But if you do manage to hit him, he'll slow down again.
I see that. You hit him and he kind of... Ooh, he did a little bit of damage to him. Does he have a higher damage threshold now? Oh, well, he's
No.
dead.
It's still 7 hits, it's just the main difference is that his speed is so much faster now.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, weapon upgrades. After the machete is the axe, which is 2 hits, does a pip to Jason. But no real difference with the other stuff. Actually, I think it might be different for the wolves since they have a ton of health. But I don't know the specifics for that since my best advice for dealing with wolves is just don't bother going into the woods at all. Like, there's a bunch of vitamins and keys and knives in there if you need them, but it's so easy to get lost in there.
And get eaten by wolves.
Get eaten by wolves.
Yes.
Or Jason. He likes to show up in there sometimes.
Does he eat you? He might. I don't know.
I know, he has trouble with the mask. It's just kind of clunk, clunk, clunk.
Stupid joke! But you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? And then the torch.
The torch, which does the most damage, and but it has that problem with if you whiff, you need to wait a second.
Yeah.
And
Best weapon is the gun.
the best weapon is the pitchfork.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You don't get a gun here.
That's like in Friday 2. He
Yep.
uses the pitchfork in that.
Yep, he uses the pitchfork, and they use the pitchfork back at him.
Nice.
But the pitchfork does the same amount of damage as the torch, but if you use it out on the field, it will go through and kill every zombie in its path. It doesn't stop.
Ah, it's piercing.
Yep.
Not only is it piercing, I'm assuming also that it goes in a straight line, which I noticed the torch goes in an arc.
The torch goes in an arc. It doesn't go in as much of an arc as the rocks.
Yeah.
And that can actually help with crows swooping down on the lake because sometimes they don't go down low enough for you to attack, so you just get hit by them.
Okay. Now, you've gone into a forest cabin
Yes.
and found a machete.
Yes, there is a machete.
Is Chrissy going to pick that up?
Chrissy will pick that up. I'm just making sure that there's nothing else hidden in here.
Okay. Nice. Alright, so she got the machete.
And you gotta really plan your routes when you're going through the forest.
Yeah.
And in order to get into the secret cabins in the woods and in the caves, you need a key. That's what the key is for.
Why are there cabins in the caves?
So,
You know what?
So Jason can make a shrine to his mom.
We're just... yeah.
So here's the axe. Kill zombies in one hit. Very
See
nice.
that.
There's a wolf.
Not as nice, but they're dead.
But it dies a lot faster with the axe.
yeah. Okay, so...
Jason!
Oh my god.
Yeah,
He's got an axe too!
He does.
It's axe v axe. Fortunately for you, Jason's a wiener.
I have no idea whether or not the attacks you do to him while he's running away actually do anything to him.
I noticed you were you were trying to hit him.
And now I'm lost in the woods because
Oh,
I took
okay.
the wrong turn.
Crap.
So
Okay.
I just gotta get out of here and hope I can get out soon enough that... There we go.
Okay.
So you notice they have a really nice day to night transition?
Yeah.
They cheat.
How?
It only changes time when you leave cabins.
Oh, well, that's
But-
fine. Nobody will notice that.
Exactly, you didn't notice it until I pointed it out.
Yeah.
And the changing day to night does have an actual effect. During the day, only one zombie will spawn. When it's sunset, 2 will spawn at a time. And at night, 3 spawn at a time.
Okay.
Doesn't sound like that big of a difference, but it makes it a lot easier for you to jump up, have a zombie spawn where you're gonna land, and you land right on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, having 3 times as many zombies is still 3 times as many zombies, you know?
Okay, and oh god, everyone is far away from the lake. Okay. Okay, George, it's your time to shine. Go,
Hang on, guys!
go save the kids.
Oh, I'm gonna get him! I'm getting him, guys! Oh my god, George, you fucking idiot.
Go save them.
Go get him, George!
Go swim across this lake of purple drink.
Wish. Hang on, guys! Oh, I'm coming! I'm coming! That's George. This is stupid.
Those swimming zombies can spawn directly underneath you, and a kid died.
Ah, whatever.
Damn it, George. So,
What are you gonna tell their parents, George?
there was a serial murderer.
Pretty good excuse. I mean,
They're kind of going above and beyond as it is right now.
yeah, that's true. These guys, this council are kicking ass.
Like, they know he's here. Usually in the movies, at the point where they know he's there, they're running.
Yeah, they're like, let's go home. Hey, you guys want to fight a serial murderer? No, let's go the fuck home. And yet here they are. Let's kick his ass. Fuck our lives.
Winning for now.
Oh, George is gonna die on this lake, dude.
Gotta be super careful.
Oh, he shot it out his back.
The only benefit to
God.
being on the lake is that one enemy will spawn at a time. So you don't have to deal with multiple zombies or multiple crows.
George is in trouble.
Yeah, George is just gonna take a breather over there.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try to run Mark over to the cave so that way we can see about getting something different from Pamela this time. Because her fight changes every single day. She gradually gets harder.
Did you? No, she hit you. Right?
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she does a lot of damage.
Now she'll swoop multiple times in a row, up to 2 times. Sometimes she'll do 1, sometimes she'll do 2, but she'll do a bunch of damage no matter what.
And she dropped her sweater?
Yes, in part 2, the final girl uses her sweater that Jason was keeping in order to try to trick him into thinking that she was mom. And that zombie is awesome.
Why did he do that?
A glitch. He spawned on a higher layer, but the floor wasn't there for him to spawn on.
Weird. Okay.
So little Debbie is going to fight Jason now.
How old's little Debbie? 15?
Probably.
Oh, this is bad. She's a literal child.
She only has rocks. Yeah, like that one actress I lied about her age in part 2, and they filmed a sex scene with her in it.
No! God,
Yes.
no! What?
When they
Oh!
found out, they edited it to all hell, so you couldn't actually see anything.
Jeez! What the fuck?
So you can see Paul, there was a little bit of difference between him and the Pauls in the movies.
Yeah. Like, he's still got a terrible haircut, though.
So, trying to find at least a knife, so that way Paul can have something. And nope, someone else is being attacked. Alright, run Paul, run!
If you leave Paul out on the road, what happens?
You can't. You can only change characters if you're inside a small cabin.
Okay.
I can look at the map, see what's going on, but I can't actually change to anyone.
Can you change characters in the big cabin?
No, you cannot.
Ah, interesting. Alright.
So I'm trying to move Chrissy around, trying to give me a little bit more time to react.
Yeah.
Not helping.
Oh.
The worst is his double attack, because you have to look at how fast he's going. He doesn't have any other tail or wind up or anything.
Weird. Well, not weird, but it's a pain. Yeah.
There we go.
Alright, no reason to be Paul ever again. See you later, Paul. Oh no, Laura, you got the runk.
Yeah, but Laura can at least move with a little bit more speed.
I see that. She's zip-zooping around.
She just needs to kill enough zombies to start spawning items.
Man.
Oh, I forgot another stat. Some characters get item spawns faster. Like, George only needs to kill 2 zombies in order to start spawning items.
Wow. Why? Never mind. Stupid question.
Balance?
I guess, because he sucks otherwise. So he's slower, but he gains experience points faster?
I guess so.
This is some Dungeons & Dragons shit, man. So I'm assuming that Mark has the lowest item spawn speed.
Probably the lowest, like either 4 or 5 or something like that.
Okay. That makes sense.
Also, for some weird reason, there are certain cabins on the map that Jason will not go into, even if they're on this route. Like, I believe it's the top left and top right around the lake.
So you just park the cancelers there and be completely useless.
Pretty much. You
Go, Debbie, go.
So just trying desperately to get an item spawn.
I see that. Boing, boing, boing. Yeah, you got a knif.
The one benefit to slower characters is that if you get a bunch of zombies following behind you, you can just move forward without worrying about more spawning because
you won't run off the screen from them.
You move the exact same speed as them.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Oh, Jason alarm! Children being attacked.
on the lake.
Yep.
Anybody on the lake? You're gonna
That's
do,
Laura.
Laura.
She's significantly faster than George, so she might have a better shot.
Yeah. Look at her go.
Look at her zip zooming around.
She's running.
She's got that speedy red hair like Wally West. Yes.
Stupid.
Gotta make sure that I'm going the right way and I don't get confused. There's Jason!
Oh, what the fuck? Where's he off to?
Just power waving away. He's still killing the children, by the way. But yeah, sometimes he'll just power wave through and just deal a bunch of damage to you that you cannot avoid.
What an asshole. She ain't got no vitamins, man. She in trouble.
So I would say that having to go on the lake all the time just sucks out whatever potential fun could be in this game, because you have to go there pretty much every minute. You take so much unavoidable damage,
Yeah.
and if you have to go there while the children are going, you're going to take damage because you're in a hurry.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you're probably going to be in a hurry anyway because there's always a chance Jason can come through and just power wave through,
Yeah.
and that'll do even more damage.
George is here.
Yep. He's the one that was being attacked.
Okay. Now, if a counselor dies, they do not come back.
No, they're gone forever.
Okay.
One benefit is that even though George is like one hit away from death,
Yeah.
even if even with Jason in here, it still wouldn't have killed him until the timer hit 0.
Okay. So he just would have been stuck at. So basically, it's going to reduce his hit points until it hits 1, and then we'll sit there until the timer hits 0.
Basically, yes.
Okay. Let's see.
So at this point, it's just waiting for Jason to come around to a better equipped counselor so I can fight them with him. Some people prefer to fight him out on the road.
Yeah.
You know, fight Jason out on the streets, like Jason Takes Manhattan.
You know how well that went.
But I don't really like it because it can be really hard to time the jumps over the axe.
Mm-hmm.
But if you learn the timing of Jason inside, it becomes a lot more manageable.
Okay, so Mark's wearing the sweater.
Which,
What's that doing for him?
what it does, it makes him take half damage.
Nice.
And the nice thing is that it's rounded down half damage. So if it would do 3 pips of damage, instead it would only do 1.
Nice.
So you can see Mark actually has a chance with the sweater and the torch going on. So
Yeah.
we have a pretty good build with him right now.
We have a good build in the Friday the 13th game.
Exactly. Since Paul is so slow, I don't want to try to go around in order to get a torch. I'd rather settle for killing enough zombies to get a machete to spawn.
Okay. So that's why you're just killing zombies.
Another strategy is that you can take your faster characters and get a better weapon and trade with the slower characters.
I was wondering if you could do that.
Because whenever you go in a cabin, there's a little menu with 4 options.
Yeah.
Change, pass, heal, and take.
So, okay.
That's super confusing, isn't it?
No, hang on. Change will swap between the characters.
It will make
Right.
you change characters, yes.
Pass will be give items to other characters.
No.
No.
Pass is trade weapons.
Well, that's okay. Because then heal is
Heal is use
vitamins.
vitamins on it. Because you can't trade keys or lighters.
Okay.
And you can't trade vitamins either.
Okay, I was close.
There's a machete.
Yeah. And then take is pick up whatever's on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah, I figured that out. But yeah.
But if you're just standing in front of another counselor trying to figure out how to swap items, you're not going to figure out how to do it.
Okay.
So now it's Laura's turn to grind. No, it's the
Uh-oh.
children! But she's
That
right there.
Is it that same fucking lake cabin?
Yes, it is always the same lake cabin. So one benefit is that you always know where to go when the children alarm starts going off.
Why is the children alarm always that cabin?
Because that's where all the children are.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So one thing I was wondering is when exactly this would take place in the Friday the 13th canon.
Oh my god.
So obviously it has to be at least part 3 because he has the mask and Pamela's dead.
Yeah.
And the last one to come out before it was part 7.
Right.
And I do think that this just takes place right after part 7. Because I don't think the coloration is just them being weird. I think this is the point where Jason is straight up a zombie.
Okay. Yeah, he's a straight up zombie in 6 and 7.
And also,
he's just a crazy person in 2, 3, and 4.
And it also talks about how you beat him, but he's coming back.
Okay. I'll say, it's silly that he's purple, but at the same time, nothing else in the game is purple. He's the only thing that's that color.
Purple is ominous. It just would look better if it wasn't a tracksuit.
That's true. You win for now. Love it.
They eventually made a little statuette of him in the purple tracksuit.
I mean, that fucking little purple tracksuit has become, like... It's a thing now. Like, people love that. You see it all the time. There's the Friday the 13th game on Steam that we've been talking about that has a costume for that.
Yeah.
There's a free Friday the 13th game on Steam that's like a puzzle game. Have you seen that?
I don't think so.
That one's fun. I played it for a few hours, had a good time with it. There's a costume for that fucking NES color in there. There's a statuette of him, like you said. Like they just do it all the time because it's distinct. He never looked like that anywhere else, and
I think for this was a lot of people's first experience with Jason
because they were too young to watch the movies, but old enough to play the game.
Exactly. I mean, this was my first experience with Jason.
Yeah. I also know that the to a lesser extent the Predator game on the NES.
Ooh, yeah.
The colors that the Predator is in that game have become a little bit of a thing. I have one of our friends, he has a figure of the Predator that is colored to be like the NES game, but it's not nearly the level that this is. So he's in that cabin by the caves, right?
Yeah. You remember how George was closer to the lake? He decided to take a quick hike over to the caves.
Well, that's fine because that's where we needed him to be.
Yep. So he can die in one hit.
Oh, don't die, George. Don't die, George. Ooh,
no, he's fine.
Yeah. George is a trooper.
So
his internal organs are currently on the outside, but he's like, that's fine.
And I'm pretty sure our next interaction with Jason will be the last one for this day, because if he gets below a certain health threshold, he will stay to fight it out, like I mentioned before.
Okay. Like you said when you just bull rushed him.
He will also stay to fight it out if you're on your last camp counselor.
Ooh. Because he knows it's the last one. Nice.
And also probably so you don't get into a situation where your one camp counselor is on the complete opposite side of the map of the children. And you just kind of get screwed over with that.
Well, okay. That makes sense. People talk about real bad NES games. We talk about things like Mighty Bomb Jack and shit like that. This game is not terrible. It's just it has problems, but there's definitely something to it, Oh no, Chrissy! Ooh, Chrissy. Well, she's got 6 vitamins.
Yeah, she has 6 extra hits.
God.
Yeah, see, it's automatically used.
Nice.
So yeah, if they made the lake not terrible and they reduced the number of alarms, it made it just a little bit less cryptic. Like I said, this could have been a cult classic. 70C Jason, he's even stronger. Oh!
I like how not only is he wearing a tracksuit, he's wearing running shoes. He is ready to go. He's dressed like a Russian gangster. He's ready to fuck you up.
So we're on the 3rd and final day. If we beat Jason here, he will be dead for as real as he dies any other time.
I'm going to say, the fact that this takes place over multiple days means that you are no longer on Friday the 13th. You're now on Sunday the 15th. Which, to be fair...
Assuming that we didn't start on Wednesday the 11th.
Oh, you might have. Wow, that'd be cool. I will actually say that part 2, 3, and 4...
The children!
Part 2, 3, and 4 do take place over the course of 3 days.
Everyone is way the fuck away.
Oh my god.
They all decided to go on a hike. Let's see, where was Mark at?
The lower right on the outer ring.
I believe in him.
So do I, because he's great, but...
He does track and field, I think he'll be okay.
And he's wearing a sweater. Running around in the summer weather.
Oh, I was going the wrong way.
Just keep going.
Just keep going. Power through it. So now we need to go to the right.
Because you came in from the other entrance.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's Jason.
Fucking asshole.
Taking a break from murdering children to go for a quick swim. Okay, now this is the hardest Jason is because he will only do double attacks. And he is so fast that you have to do a single dodge from both of them in order to hit him back without getting hit yourself.
Damn.
And
I beating the hell out of you.
I want to say that this is a frame perfect dodge in order to make it work.
Wow.
I really do feel like it's that tight.
Well, I mean, it's Jason Voorhees, dude. What do you want? You don't fuck with him.
Another thing that could be improved, the insides of buildings.
It's a maze.
Somehow a 2-room cabin is a maze.
Yeah. And that's a side effect of them trying to do a 3D effect on the NES.
It's
Festus Quest had the same problem with those maze levels.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the pseudo 3DS, pseudo 3D-ness of it is the fact that it's a little bit stiff when you're trying to move around, so sometimes you only move 1 when you need to move 2, sometimes you move 2 when you need to move 1.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have made the inside of buildings, kept them 2D like Zelda 2 did, or just make them a simple room like they did with the Goonies 2.
What the fuck? The Goonies 2?
We'll have that conversation later because
Tell me about Pamela Day 3.
okay, she is basically the same, but now she'll have a triple dive. She can swoop over from one side of the screen right over to the other.
Yeah, she's pretty brutal. She's fucking Laura up.
But she's taken down.
She got it.
And we have the best weapon in the game, the pitchfork.
Are you
Look at
gonna-
it.
I see that. Look at it go.
Goes straight through zombies, no problem.
Are you gonna give that shit to Mark?
No, because it still deals the same amount of damage as a torch. And
Okay.
against Jason, it's pretty much the same thing.
Okay, so she just kind of needs it. Did she have any vitamins? I didn't see.
She did not.
Ooh, she's in trouble.
She's in trouble only if I get hit.
You cocky asshole. Aha! Nice.
So, who am I controlling right now?
Chrissy.
Okay. Because you see that Debbie is down there in the bottom in the middle.
Yeah.
It can be pretty easy to get confused because you think, oh, I have the knife, I must be Debbie. But no, it's the stuff in the top right. You have the axe, I'm Chrissy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I've gotten to that point that I know that whoever you are is in the upper right. And you really have only been in the same cabin as another counselor a couple times so far. I think that's only the second time. Oh, George is at full. Why is he at full?
Because it's a new day. Everyone heals to full whenever it's a new day.
Oh, okay.
They stay dead if they die, but they'll get healed to full if it becomes a new day.
Duh.
And you really need it.
Yeah. They stay dead. Yes. It looks like George is your best bet. Oh, no. Debbie? Wait.
It's not the children being attacked.
It's a counselor.
Yeah, I'm just...
Can you swap to the counselor that's being attacked?
Yes, I can, but since it's the third day, I want to get this over with, and since Mark has the sweater and the torch and a bunch of vitamins, he's better off for fighting them.
Okay.
Because I would rather kill Jason in about 15 hits rather than 150.
God.
Well, more like 75.
Still.
But here we go, he's coming. He's furious. I gotta duck and weave.
So you're about to beat him up, and then he'll run out of the house, and you're gonna chase him out there and beat the hell out of him?
No, this is the final encounter. Look at his health.
Oh, wow.
Here we go. Oh man, he's coming for it.
He's
going
dead.
for
He's
it.
dead.
Oh,
Ooh, he's
dead.
fucking dead.
He's so dead.
He's dead.
Look at him dead.
He's dead as
so dead. Yeah.
fucking dead as hell.
Look at this stupid end.
Yes. He's really dead.
The end. What a garbage ending. I had to spice it up a little bit somehow.
Oh,
And it just kicks you back to the top.
So good. He's dead as fuck. Oh my god. That was awesome. Okay. Oh man.
So that was Friday the 13th.
That was intense. That wasn't awful. That game is not nearly as as cataclysmically terrible as people make it out to be.
It just needs polish and to better convey the information it's trying to give to you.
Yeah, but otherwise, that is actually a kind of an it's definitely an interesting game.
Like having Jason being a super tough monster, wandering around, attacking people. It's really a prototype of Monster Hunter.
God, shut up. Really, what it is a prototype of the Friday the 13th game on Steam. So that's the 9,000th time I've said that. Go fucking play it, I guess. I don't know. But
so happy Friday 13th, everyone.
Happy Friday the 13th, guys. Don't get stabbed to death.
Go pet a black cat. They need it.
Oh, yes, that's... Oh, I'll be right back. I'm going to go pet my own black cat.
Okay, see you in about a month.
See you later.